Hello everybody and welcome back to Dana's Coloring Obsession. Welcome to part 2 of our color along in Rita Berman's Land Under the Magnifying Glass, Die Welt unter der Lupe zu Lande. I know I probably mispronounced that, but I tried. I think that's probably the best time I've ever done that, actually. So to recap here, in the first part we did all of this in Albrecht Durer's basing and everything, and I wrote everything down in the description of what we used with the Albrecht Durer's on the page, as well as oh, I might not have written down the scarf. As you can see, is shiny. We used 2 Languo gel pens, the shiny set of 72. They're 1mm plus pens, and their numbers are SG64 and SG26. You can't see that. Anyway, we are using these to finish up the end of the scarf as well today. And we are going to be using 3 gel pens from Languo, the regular ones with the tiny tips. I would rather today be using the 1mm in the regular gel pens, but I don't have that size. So we're gonna have to improvise and just try to make it work with the skinny ones. I hope it works. They're just from the green style set. You can get these on Amazon, super cheap. Just a set of greens. I'm going to be using them on our pine needles here when we're ready. But we will also be using a Uniball Signo pen in white, gel pen in white, and that's the 1mm, I think. I don't know, the size is not on here. It's not the super skinny size. Anyways, I'm going to be using the Signo for our snow. And all of this, before we use all of the embellishment things, we are going to go over the Albrecht Durer activated watercolors pencils with polychromos. Now, in the description, I'm going to copy paste the Albrecht Durers that we used. I wrote them all down here. And you can take a snapshot of that too if you want, because I wrote down what I used them on here, and I didn't do that on the other one. Anyways, they are the exact, we're going to be using polys to shade and go over and make things look, try to make things look smoother and prettier with the polychromos, and they're the exact numbers of the Albrecht Durers that we used. Okay, so, and same names as well. So for instance, I'm going to show you, this was our come on camera, this was our background, and they are the same numbers and everything. Indanthrene 247 and dark indigo 157 in the polys, and that was the same as in the Albrecht Durers. And I double checked all of these to make sure that they were the exact same, and they are. So we're going to be doing this a little bit different. As I'm shading, I might speed it up a little bit, and not a lot, but a little bit, and put it to music while we shade, because you guys have all the colors already. And I'll do some of each thing, and you can watch that, and then it'll skip to the next part. And I will show you what I'm using on the video. But like I said, everything will be, the Albrecht Durers will be down in the description, and that is the exact same name and number of the polychromos that I used to shade over the top. If that makes sense. So, yeah, so let's start. I do hope you guys are all well, though. I did not say that. I hope you're doing good and that you're having a good week. I know it just kind of started, but yeah. So let's jump in. I'm going to start with our dark indigo. Now we're going to go ahead and finish off the tassels on the scarf with the, I don't know why I didn't do this when we were doing them. It doesn't matter. The point is we're doing them now, huh? Okay, so I'm going to take, I'm just going to do the same color as the last triangle on each end just to match, and then we're going to do the tassels different colors. So green down here, and then I am going to make the little tassel balls green. Move my mic a little closer. I don't know if I am too quiet or not. Okay, and then same thing but over here I'm going to do red. And then we're just going to do every other tassel a different color. You can start with whatever one you want, or you can do what I'm doing. It's up to you. Okay, and then the green. Okay, scarf done. Whoop whoop. Okay, now we're gonna do the part I'm nervous about. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit on this area right here. All right. So I'm gonna take my lightest color first, which is this light green. There's no, unfortunately, there's no number, no nothing. This is the light green that I chose out of, like I said, the green style colors. So it's up to you, whatever you think matches these pine needles or whatever kind of tree needles. I always say pine, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're pine. Anyways, a light green. So basically out of that set, I chose a light green, a middle green, and a dark green. So whatever you think is going to match these colors best out of the green style set is what I'm using. So I'm using the light one. Again, it would be better, I think, if I had the 1mm maybe for this, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do is use a piece of scratch paper. And I'm going to start drawing on it just to make sure that my ink, my gel is flowing. And I'm going to kind of flick in the motion the direction the needles are going, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to kind of go in the same direction. And with this light color, it's not going to show up very much yet. But what I'm trying to do is make this a little thicker and more like a tree branch, in my opinion. So I'm just going in the direction that the little needles are going. Trying to get my pen to flow evenly, which is not going well. Okay, I'm just going to do this half for right now. Okay, and I'm just going to leave that open because I'm going to go back and forth through all of the colors. This is my middle green now. Oh, again, I just want to make sure we're flowing. And if you go a little slower with your flick, I find that the pen does flow a little bit better. Okay. And then I'm going to use my darkest color. I wait a tiny bit in between and let them dry a tiny bit. Probably is best. Oh, come on. It's not wanting to work with me here. Sorry, can you see? I'm asking as if you can respond. Come on, flick. Maybe I'm just gonna draw some lines here, not flicking, because it's not wanting to. There we go. So go a lot slower if you're having trouble getting the pen to leave ink behind as you're flicking. Okay, and then I'm just going to go back through again. But see how it's starting to get thicker? And I'm going to go a little slower this time, and hopefully, yeah, you just got to go slower with these to get a better line. Sorry if you can hear that. I swear, every time I film, it's like they can hear me and they decide to run their power machines. Sorry if you can hear that. My neighbors. Okay, middle. Just keep doing this until you're happy with it, basically. If you're doing this, you don't have to, obviously. And my dark. Okay, and I actually am going to, actually I don't want to close those because I'm going to finish off the bottom half here, but after we're done here, I have my thick signal for snow, but I'm gonna grab my thin one for putting a little bit of white on the needle branches. Okay, so you can use any kind of white thin pin that you have, gel pin, whatever. Okay, I brought over 2 different ones. I have just a regular white jelly roll and a thinner white Signo. I thought it would say what the size is, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, first I'm going to try the thin Signo. And I'm going to get it activated, get it going first. These work better if I'm tapping like this on it to get the ink going. Okay. And the same practice here, just some flicks. And be a little more meticulous with this because they're going to show up a lot more than all the other ones. If that makes sense. Okay, and there you have it. Okay, and I'm gonna go and do that here as well, and I'll be right back. Okay. All right, so that's done. So now I'm gonna do just various embellishments that you can just follow along with me. I'll just be moving the book around a little bit. Make sure I have room to do that. Okay, this one doesn't work the best, so I am going to go back to my thicker Signo. Make sure it's working for me. Okay, and I am going to just put some lines and maybe some dots. On some things here. Oop, see, that was thick. That's what I was worried about with this pen. Okay. Make sure I'm on camera here. Make sure I don't stick my hand in things. Sorry, you guys, that one was not what I wanted there. It's okay, I'm gonna go over it with black glaze anyway, and then I'm gonna do a better dot. Okay, I just have a black Jelly Roll glaze. And I'm just gonna go over the black part of the eye. And I'm going to let that dry, then I'll put another dot in by the other dot. In the meantime, I'm going to do a little flurry, not flurry, but little snow stuff on the snowflakes. So I have some gel poo on the tip of my pen here. So let me... Okay. All right, so that is what I'm gonna do with these two as well. But I am gonna make little things that you can actually see, snow patches here and there in the places where we can see them. Oh, I'm sorry. Geez, all that was off camera. It's okay. I'm just making little tiny snowflakes and dots basically around where you can see everything. And maybe make some snow on the little dude's nose. And some just little dots in the spots on his antlers where they kind of bend. And some snow buildup. Like that. Sorry, I'm still kind of dotting here. I'm just putting some dots down here. Sorry. I just put a couple dots down here and one over here. I don't know if you can see some of that. Okay. So let me finish these two off real quick. Okay, so there we go, you guys. There's our first page in Land Under the Magnifying Glass by Rita Berman for December. If you liked the color along, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. That would be amazing. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope that your December is going amazing and you are having the bestest of times this holiday season if you celebrate. So take care of yourselves and I will see you in the next video.